Hello Overseers, last episode we unlocked the ability to manually trigger nuptial flights, optimized our queen's diet, and increased our research efficiency. Now we're setting our sights on expansion. We're delivering materials to the jungle island to reveal the 4th island. Meanwhile, we're just fine-tuning stuff around our base to keep everything flowing smoothly while we accrue the 10 gene points required to unlock Inventor Ant 2s. Will this be a big step forward for our little ant colony? Let's jump in and see. Got a couple of objectives this episode. First of all, we are trying to unlock inventor ants. I think that's the big next thing that we should try to go for. It requires 10 gene points, so we need to wait until our gene cocoon spits out another 10 of these dudes. It's going to take a while, probably an hour. In the meantime, we also need 500 research points, and we can do that by maybe clicking this and potentially expanding this. We can see that we've got too many ants on this trail and our one combiner can't keep up with it. So we might need to shift this out of the way a little bit and potentially put a second combiner in. So let's start by doing that. You're gonna need a better divider to do this. So let me set that up. There we go. Now we'll take these ants and we'll quickly chuck them in there. I'm just gonna put these two in first because they're dying. Don't want to waste my ants. And we can take the remainder and just chuck them in here. Still don't have any work for these guys to do, but it doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. Now we need to get these guys onto here, and for now we'll just manually manage this. I'm thinking do we want to expand this because it's kind of a headache to add more inventor pads, or do we just come here and just manually click them for a little while? And once we get to research ant 2, everything's going to change anyway. So we can maybe just wait until then. The other thing that we want to do this episode is finish this little puppy. And that's going to need a lot of all of these items. So we're going to start bringing them across now. So the way we can do that is we'll move this stockpile out of the way. We'll get this stockpile in here. And we'll just get that to accept random things. It's already on metal plates at the moment. So we'll just take this out of the way. Leave that there. It's not really affecting anything. What we'll do is we will get the dispenser out of our metal plate crafter, which I believe is over here somewhere. Don't really have too many iron plates, but that's fine. We'll bring them all over. We need 30 something, I believe. 30, yeah. So we'll just wait for 15 iron plates to get across there, and then we will change that dispenser to do other things. There they go. And that's all going well. We've got lots and lots of inventor ants over here. So let's just keep clicking our inventor points, getting that up to 500. What else can we do? We've got a billion ants here. I don't know what to do with them. We've got a bunch of digger ants and things like that. We've got way too many everything. We've got too many materials, got too many ants here. Lots and lots of ants. All right, cool. I feel like I should put an old gate over here just in case these ants get old in here. I don't think they are. I think they are eventually going into here. That's all good. What else do we need to do? Let's just check all our other trails. We've got plenty of ants here. We can also start making resin. We also need to start making LED lights. So we can do that just by going over here. Grabbing that resin. Why do I have 2 ants on this trail? Should only ever have 1 ant on this trail. Not sure why there's 2, but that's fine. Let me just take one of these ants out. We'll put everything back over here. And that should start making LEDs, which is good because I think we need 40 LEDs. Is there anything else we need in here? I think we need casing, which we haven't made yet, but we can have a look at what is required, and we will need that, so we might as well unlock it. I didn't realize we could make resin over here, but that's fine. And also a slinger, handy device that can throw materials, enabling ants to put items on a stockpile over distance. That sounds very, very handy, but I don't want to waste my points right now. We will just know that we can get that. And casings are made in a workshop. So let's see what materials are required to make casing. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments section. It's made out of 4 resin. All right, so that means we're going to need a ton more resin. How much casing do we need? We need 20 casing, which is 80 resin. Which, I mean, we can keep harvesting resin over here with our little pod ants, which probably is a good idea. I have to clear out a bunch more tree for that to happen. But we're about to run out of areas to harvest resin anyway. So we might just stop this pod ant process. Do we need this pod ant process? We might keep the pod ants alive. They're not really hurting anyone. They can just harvest something. I don't know. But I think we need to probably solidify our resin making process. And to do that, we're probably going to need to make resin manually. Now we can use the iron worker ants from here, but the trails here are getting a little bit crazy and messy. So what we might do, oh man, we've got like way too many iron workers. I have no work for you guys to do. But I have no work for other ants to do either, so where should I take the ants from? These guys are okay, these guys are okay. I've got plenty of extra ants almost everywhere. We are not making energy pod 3s anymore. Do we have any spare energy pod 2s? I don't think so. I think all our energy pod 2s are being fed to our queen to maintain this current stage. Just trying to find the best place to pull workers from. Could just directly pull from the ants over here, but then that doesn't really help my situation. I guess iron workers are the best place to pull from. We're just going to have to figure out the best place to put this. Probably around here somewhere. I just gotta get another counter gate out somewhere. Just more, like 2 more ants, basically. Maybe we'll just do it over here, since we have a facility over here. So we'll drop a facility. Before we do that, let's yeah, our inventor ants are going insane. We really gotta keep an eye on our inventor ants when we do this. Our inventor ants are dying. We get a facility over here, and then we'll figure out how to split them properly. Similar thing to this, we're going to change this to make resin, and that's going to need fabric and concrete, which is good because we have nothing our concrete is doing at the moment. Yeah, concrete is being made on this side of the world. Over here, we've got a full stockpile of concrete here. Let's get rid of that first. And we'll just do a similar trail to this. Oh, crap. All my iron plates been moved already. Oh, man, there's so many manual things to do. Alright, well, we've got all the iron plates in the world over here. Let's put another stockpile over here and get them to transport other things now. So our iron plates is done. What is next? These guys transport things so fast. There's a lot of micromanaging that's going to be happening this episode. Next is copper wire. So let's go get our copper wire out. I believe our copper wire is being made. I have no idea where. But we've got 1 billion of them over here. So let's get that transported over next. Off you go. And then we'll keep making this trail. So the other component is fabric, which is being made over here. Man, we've got way too much fabric too. We've got way too much every material. Material is not our issue at the moment. Our main issue is just these ants. We need more inventor points. More. Alright, so the trail, we're just going to make one that looks similar to this. I believe it's just a hauling trail that goes there, across there, up a little bit into a divider. This is not the best way to do this, but it's fine for now. And then a hauling trail that goes to there. Now we need to get counter gates in here. Oh no, we've got too many ants here now. Let's get one manually to go here. I have no more space for counter gates. I wonder if I can somehow double split the counter gates. And by that I mean, if I put 3 ants over here, will it tell me? No, they won't, because once they go onto this trail, it's not going to work anymore. I'm going to just have to make extra counter gates. This is going to get really messy for the time being, but I feel like we're going to get to a point in our game where we're going to need to change how all of this works anyway, so that's fine. We're just going to do it any which way for now. And then once we have our resin, we need to store it, so hopefully I've left enough space for a storage area. Just barely. No. Oh no, I screwed up. Now there's 2 of these dudes. Get over here for now. Alright, so once we have our resin, we need to start making that resin into casing, which is done in a workshop. Go back to these ants, click them away, get more ants in there. Look how fast the research points come when I'm manually making them. I'm out of genes. What happened? Genes are coming. What is stopping my gene production? This? Let's just drop this timer down to like 8 minutes. I feel like my gene's not fast enough. Drop both of these down to 8 minutes. Don't want to be wasting all my lovely inventor ants. We got 150 already, so we should be all good. Hopefully these ants don't all die while waiting for this gene to come across. Did I lose a gene at some point? I thought I always had a spare one. But this is the last one, and then we can do a thump and get our next 4 points. We need to do 4 and then 3 and then 3, I guess. That'll get our 10. How's our copper wire going? Is it done? So much manual management. Yeah, the copper wire is done. Let's get glass next. So we'll delete that and we'll get our glass blocks going. Glass blocks might take a little while, but that's fine. We'll wait for the last of the copper to be dropped off. I think that's it. So I'll assign that to glass blocks so I don't get confused. Alright, that's the next material, almost done. LEDs are being made. Yeah, we got plenty of LEDs. Resin is now being made. Fantastic. So we just need to get the workshop that makes the last thing. So let's get that going. Keep clicking my ants. A lot of manual work this episode. This is the opposite of automation, guys. What do I do with my life? I just don't want to rebuild this because it's like if I rebuild this then and when I get my next thing, it's just going to be a headache. So we've got this. Now we can change that to make casing, and that needs 4 to 1. So we need to build one of those trails that does that. Now I think we can just, since there's only one thing, we don't need to build like a super complex trail. We can just get it to go around in circles, right? Like a really tight trail that just holds in circles like this. And then eventually it'll just drop it off in a casing stockpile. So we'll get a stockpile going here. And then we just need a trail that goes into here from here. And we don't have any more points that we can connect to, but that's fine. This is the point where everything gets super messy before we refactor our code, basically. We can just take it all out of here. It doesn't really matter, right? So in there you go. I don't want you there. You can just go die. That's fine. So off you go. You're making our casings, and that'll slowly get to 50 or whatever by the time we need it. Let's keep clicking our ants. We've got 1 billion of these inventor ants. We've got 200 points suddenly. That's amazing. I don't know what I'm going to do with all you ants. We can probably start increasing the ants on every single trail so that we can get genes faster, I guess. Oh man, I wish I made these trails a little bit bigger so they don't keep getting stuck. But I don't think there's enough ants on here to increase every single trail because we need to increase it proportionally, right? So our normal worker ants are 13, and then yeah, our iron workers are at 8, I believe. No, 10, I think. Yeah, 10 iron workers and 3 of these. So 18 plus 10. If we wanted to increase, we'd have to increase it by something like 5 on this trail and 6 on that trail. We need like an 11 extra ants. So that'll probably be next upgrade. So when we get to stage 12, we can probably get our genes a lot faster. In the meantime, let's have a look at our glass. We're almost done. So we can delete this glass thing and then we can get the next item going. Our next item is casing and LEDs, and oh, I just realized we need these 3s. Damn it, I forgot to, let's activate this then. We need a lot of 3s. We have 148 energy orbs here. We can just get that to turn into 3s, but then they'll run out of energy orbs. Oh, it's a little bit dangerous, but that's fine. So I'll put that one there for now, because that's the only thing that has energy orb 2s. All these energy orb 2s are being used by the queen, so I don't have any extra ones. I could make extra ones. I could probably turn these into energy orb 2s. It's actually probably better to turn these into energy orb 2s to feed these guys, but I don't know about that. It's probably more efficient because someone told me that 2 of these energy orbs turns into 3 collected energy points. We've got to test that theory before we do that, but that should be okay. These 2 trails seem to be perfectly feeding all of these inventor ants, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see how everything else is going. I think the glass is done, right? So let's move the glass out of the way and start transporting something else. What else do we need to transport that we can transport? Probably the LEDs. I think we've got our 40 LEDs. Nope, we've got 19 LEDs. You should be okay for materials. We're getting an excess of resin and casing. Okay, casing's going to take ages to make. That's fine. We got time. Time is the one thing we do have. Apparently we need more orbs, because they're all going to drop orbs off. I don't really know what to do with the jungle island. Essentially, we just want this ancient machinery or fiber, but why do we need fiber? I swear the only thing here is glass and gold. Hey, there's glass here. Has it always been glass here? Oh, okay, then I'm not worried about glass then. I didn't realize there was glass in these ancient machineries. Okay, so we got plenty of extra glass as well. So we got nothing to worry about really. Let's get some LEDs going across. After these guys finish dropping off their energy orbs for our energy orb ants, and then we'll get some LEDs going across. So let's get another stockpile going, and we'll just get these LEDs over here. Now we don't have enough yet, but that's fine. Have we got our last gene? We do. Let's do a little thump. And yeah, we need our princess. Princess is coming now. I'm gonna drop my princess timer to 5 minutes just because I feel like it's just too slow. Our princess is not keeping up. What is going on over here? We've run out of light bulbs. Oh, that's not a good thing. How have we run out of light bulbs? Wait, no, we haven't run out of light bulbs. We have run out of light bulbs. Oh, because these guys are taking all my light bulbs. All right. That's a big problem. Why did I do that? I should take the light bulbs from here and unassign it. Let's just accept anything else. That'll put the light bulbs back to the dispenser. And then we need to start making light bulbs again. I disabled my light bulb creation like an idiot, thinking that we had infinite light bulbs, but we don't. So start making light bulbs again. And then we'll put that back into here. We need to stop the LED creation process as soon as we start running out of critical materials, because that's like really low priority. But if we need to increase our light bulb production, we can always do that. We just don't have enough glass shards and glass blocks. Well, we do have enough glass blocks. Maybe we can increase our light bulb creation facility, because it's pretty slow, isn't it? It's definitely not as fast as this thing. I have no idea, honestly. Tell me LEDs are made if we're almost done. 22. We do have enough glass blocks to probably expand this process. So we should probably go ahead and do that. See how we can do that. I didn't really leave enough room over here to do that. We do have extra ants over here. Maybe we can just make a second one. No, that's not a good idea. Just rebuild the process down here somewhere. Now that we have a lot of stuff for our light bulbs to actually do, it might be a good idea. Get a couple of workshops going. Wow, you can stack workshops really close to one another. Grab my glass dispenser. Grab our trails. Keep clicking my inventor ants. As soon as I forget, there's just a billion inventor ants waiting to line up. This manual work is just going to be for the next hour until we unlock the next tier of technology, and then I feel like my base is going to need a full rebuild again. We need to get our carry gate out. Feels like I'm playing StarCraft or something now. Need like high APM to do this. Get our light bulb over here. Then we need to get them onto a central trail. Wait, that's not right. We need to get them onto a central trail, and then we need to get counter gates back into here. Like that. Now we can set a counter gate onto here. And set 2 ants to work that. Now we can shift our light bulb thingy over to this side. And it doesn't like that angle, so I'm just going to have that manually do the angles. And then we just need our old trail to come out of here, and then we can decommission this thing. Off you go, wherever you're meant to go. We'll just use the same one. Wait, I've already got a counter gate. What am I doing? Get rid of that. Off you guys go. To wherever you're meant to go. And then we've got 2 ants over here. And they're all happy. Now we've got double the light bulb creation. We just need an old gate out of here. And the old gate should go probably from the center point over here somewhere. And off onto an elder trail you go. Fantastic. Alright. Keep clicking. Click, click, click. Get those inventor points. Oh, this thing. How's the light bulbs going? 27. Alright. It's going to take a while for light bulbs to get transported. Anything else we can transport in the meantime? Alright, energy orb 3s. We've got 32. And we've burnt through most of this stuff. Let's get the energy orb 3s transported then, since the light bulbs are taking their sweet time. Chuck that in there. And then we will move this stockpile out of the way, and then we will put in another stockpile. I just don't feel like the island logistics are worth setting up on another island sometimes. Like, I really don't feel like there's anything we need from the jungle island that we can't get anywhere else. It's really weird. It's literally just resin and gold, but I don't know what to do with gold yet, so that's fine. Let's just get the energy orb 3s transported across and slowly get that thing built. Let's keep clicking these guys. We've almost got 500 already. So with manual clicking, this is 4 pads is well fast enough compared to my jeans. Something's going on with my workers because I'm really getting not enough iron workers dying into there. Ah, these guys haven't set up their old trails yet. Damn it. So this guy's gotten lost somehow in this process. So this thing's got a concrete. It must have been during the replacement phase. So we'll go over here. We'll get him to drop. No. Get over here. Drop your concrete. This is where I think you need buffers or something like this. You need to complicate this trail a lot to... Oh no, what have I done? I've dropped these guys off on their trails. And now they're super confused. Alright, you know what? Off you go. Can't even get them out. Off you go. I don't need 2. You guys can be 2 ants. Alright, let's get those old trails in. Man, where do we put the old trails? Right after they've dropped their stuff off. So probably here. This is the worst build ever. But I suspect I'm going to have to change that very soon. Why did this guy go off into the old trail? What? That's so weird. This guy just like left. Okay. This guy can go onto the old trail after it leaves as well. But I'd like it to do it after the stockpile. Can I move this stockpile in between here? I can. So after you drop off your stuff, you can go out as well. A billion things, but whatever, it's all good. Not the most data engineering automated setup at the moment. But like I said, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm about to do a big rebuild very, very soon. Why are you stuck? What? This ant just got confused. But we're doing alright. We've got a bunch of extra ants. We've got a bunch of extra ants over here. We've got no more extra iron worker ants now for some reason. Something happened. We've run out of blocks. Alright, excellent. Something is not good. What is this linked to? That's linked to that stockpile. Now, I've got plenty of raw blocks, I think, somewhere. There's that one. That one's full. But where's the other one? There's that one that's... Oh, that one's run out as well. Alright, we're gonna really set up our iron scrap pile thing. Okay, I don't know where all my raw blocks are. Damn. Okay, we'll just double it up for it now, but that's going to drain real quick. And also, I've run out of energy pod 1s. What was that one linked to? Solving a billion problems at once. I guess we'll link it to that one then. Because that one's always empty. Alright, now... we need to get our digger ants to start digging stuff again. Didn't we have another storage pod over there with a bunch of stuff we want to use up? Yeah, we do. So why don't we link that one to this one for now, temporarily. And then we'll get some digger ants working on this stuff. What are we going to do once our all this stuff runs out as well? Can't get to these things. Alright, let's just get these digger ants to dig out some stuff first, because I can't actually get to this stuff. Because they can haul, right? Yeah, they can haul and they can mine. So we might as well just get them to clean out this scrap pile. Temporarily. Off you go. Clean out that scrap pile for me. I think I also have some extra scrap near my scrap pile over here that's trashing all the ants as well. We probably should start trashing a lot of these digger ants as well at some point, just because, yeah, where metal's not looking so hot anymore. How's our concrete going? Have we finished up the concrete here? Not even close. How's our this going? We're not making any LEDs. That's a bit weird because we've run out of what? You got diodes, you've got resin, you've got light bulbs. Well, what's your problem? Ah, right, I changed this to light bulbs so the whole backup thing is not working. That's fine. Let's get that working again. So much micromanaging to do. At least I'm not complaining about being bored and just waiting around doing nothing. It's my own fault for not automating some of this stuff. I should really just automate these processes and I don't have to worry about it. But that's fine. Let's have a look at our little thing. How are we doing? We got one more energy pod 3 to make and then we're done. But you're not making any energy orb 3s because we've run out of energy orb pod 2s. No, we are. Alright, cool. So we're done here. I don't think I want to keep making energy pod 3s. Because why do I need energy pod 3s right now? I need my energy orb 2s, more importantly, from here. Got a bunch. Oh, I had a bunch of energy orb 3s here as well. That's fine. I'm sure it'll be used for something. We've got our 500 points ready to go. We just need our genes. We've got one gene, so we'll do 4 and then 2, I guess. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. What's next on this agenda? We've got our 50 of these. We need our LEDs and we need our casings, but that's both going to take a long time. These stockpiles are also full. Why? This one's linked to that one. This one is linked to nothing. We've got an empty stockpile here that's not being used for anything. That's fine. This one is being made into energy orbs that are being fed to the queen. Okay, that's fine as well. We can still do a lot of optimization with the energy orbs. All right, the mining trails. We've got to fix the mining trails. This thing is now full. Let's just move that out of the way and get another stockpile going because they've run out of space to put these things. Once they get rid of this, we can start setting up mining trails for this stuff. Let me delete that mining trail that was useless over here. Get rid of this counter gate for now. Now we're getting positive with our blocks again, which is good. Why aren't you dropping them off? What is happening over here? What? Something really weird going on with this. It's only dropping it from this point over here. Let me move this point somewhere. And then maybe that'll do better. They're dropping it from only this trail. So that's so weird. Yeah, now it's better. It has to be pointed from the end point. Otherwise it doesn't work properly. Okay. Lesson learned. We're not getting enough iron workers compared to the other stuff. Apparently. I can't increase my iron workers because... Why is that? Is there a trail I'm missing that I'm not pulling stuff off? No, all of them are old gated back. Even this main trail. That's weird. But that's fine. We're still waiting for a lot of other processes, so no harm there. Now I'm going to let this game run for a bit. I don't think there's much else to do for now. We're just going to collect all our inventor points and we're just going to keep prodding along as we are. I don't think there's any other processes I want to add either. Once these guys finish mining their stuff, then we can look at doing something. I think this one's almost about to be used up. We've still got a bunch of iron up north here, so I'm not too worried about that. We have many problems on our desert island. First of all, our digger ants have finished digging out these, and we've also run out of screws apparently. Why have we run out of screws? Let's have a look. Didn't we make screws on this island? We've got a bunch of blocks. This was making screws, and then we changed it to make copper, and then we never changed it back. Fantastic. Let's amend that. Good old manual processes that I'm doing. And we need that to dispense this. This is our little screw thing that was meant to keep our digger ants alive. But obviously without screws, all my ants are just dying over here. But my digger ants currently are not digging anything. So what other glass do we have? There's 2 glass shards here. And then there's this last glass shard here and here. So let's get a new glass shard trail going. It's going to keep the game running while I do this because there's no point pausing stuff. But we've almost finished the glass on this island, so we're going to need to start farming the glass on the next island soon. Get those hauling trails back to a point, and then in here. Now we want these diggers on here. Check our little glass stockpile there. Get our old gate over here. Put our old gate in, and we should be good. I think it's meant to go this way. But, whatever. I'm just going to do this for now. And then we've got our recycler that should keep our iron preserves. How's the stuff over on this trail going? pretty good. Why did they change the spawns of where these energy orbs are? I swear it keeps shifting and changing. But these guys aren't cutting down the plants. So that's a bit weird. Okay, that's interesting. We've got a bunch of fabric here as well. We should probably bring that back to the main island at some point. A lot of things to do. How's our main island transport going? You'll run out of copper to dispense because we haven't been mining copper for a really long time. Fair enough. Our copper is over here. We should probably start mining copper again because that's pretty important. I don't know why I have a facility over here. How did we used to get copper? With diggers, but we don't have a digging trail for copper. I guess we should set one up. I don't think we need 1 billion copper, so we'll just get a couple of ants over here. Do we have any spare ants? Spare diggers? Doesn't look like we have any spare diggers, but we'll set up the trail regardless. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. A little bit of a weird, awkward trail, but this should be fine. Let's get a counter gate over here. Get that in there. We'll get an ore gate out of here, and you can just go in there. Alright, so that should be okay as long as we get new digger ants coming out of here. How do we increase the digger ants coming out of there? We need more ants going out of here. I think it's okay, because that's coming out of this trail only, these 4 ants. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. What are these guys doing? They're all chilling over here. Alright, that's fine, whatever. We'll let them do their thing. Eventually they'll get old and come out. More importantly, let's keep clicking this because whenever we forget, we end up with a huge backlog of inventor ants. So many things to manage at the moment, but that's fine. How's this going? We're almost done with LEDs. Now we just need our 20 casings and then we're done. How many casings do we have on this planet? 14. We're getting very close. We'll keep letting that run. I'm just going to keep troubleshooting issues as they come. These guys' stockpile is full again. Now, that one has finished draining this thing's stockpile. Let's just clean that up. That one's got that stockpile. That one should be here. And yeah, we'll let that run for a little bit. How's our genes going? We've got 2. We need 2 more and then we're almost there as well. I think we've finally delivered enough LED light bulbs to this little thing. So let's go ahead and remove this so we don't overproduce our light bulbs because they're kind of precious. We're going to take out some of these so that this guy can, once he finishes delivering this last one, can make 1 more light bulb and then we will stop him from making any more light bulbs to use up all our precious glass. And instead we will switch this over to casings, which is the last thing that we need to deliver, and we have 16 casings, so it won't be long before we have 20 and we can unlock that next island. I do need to add a new stockpile over here for casings. Fantastic, that is all done and we are well on our way to unlocking our 4th island. Our cocoon is still going. We're 1 drone away from making the next cocoon. Oh, there's the drone. And all our other ants are ready to go. I feel like we have a bit too many worker ants and not enough other ants. I'd like to put more ants on this trail. I sort of extended it a little bit, but without enough work for these guys to do, it's kind of, yeah, not that great. I wonder if I can speed this up. We can waste a few more ants. It's just this trail is not long enough, right? So in that case, can't we just add some more ants to these trails and hopefully they'll just go and do stuff? Which trail can I add more ants to without breaking anything? We can borrow this trail that they're just running around doing whatever. So we won't go too crazy, but let's just up it by, say, 2 more ants. And then we'll go over here and where it goes into the iron worker trail, we'll up that to, say, 14. I don't want to mess with the system too much. I mean, we have a few spare ants here, so we'll just increase things slowly and stably. This thing is out of iron. So we can get rid of this temporary iron setup and continue working with this stuff. So these guys are done sort of hauling this. I wonder if we can get rid of the rest of them. No, I might just do a new trail. Get them to haul out the rest of this and then we'll set up some new minor trails to get rid of these bigger deposits and then we should have a more bigger area to build on later on. Slowly mining out the rest of this map. Hopefully the concrete here will get mined out eventually as well, with it all being used up for casings and resin and whatnot. Don't forget to keep clicking our inventor ants. We've got quite a big queue of ants. Whoops, haven't been clicking them for a while. We got 2 more casing until we're done. while we're waiting, we can probably work on some more research now that we have a little bit of extra points. Obviously don't want to use anything that takes these points, but we can unlock things that just take these research points. Since we have over 500, we're just waiting for the gene points. We've got the slinger now. So the slinger, how does this work? Handy device to throw materials, enables them to throw it into a stockpile. So how does that work? Let's test it on this stockpile. You can assign it. How far away can the stockpile be? Oh, it can be so far away. So let's try it on this stockpile. Let's move this stockpile over here, and then let's put this into a slinger. And then we'll assign it to that stockpile. It's okay. It's kind of good, but it's slow as heck. What if I rotate it so that it doesn't have to keep turning every single time? All right, let me rotate it, and then it doesn't have to keep turning every single time. Will that be faster? No, it's like a fixed amount of lag time. That's not very useful. Is that useful? What is the use case for this, guys? I don't know. It seems not that useful. But let's just keep that in our back pocket, knowing that we do have a slinger that can throw stuff. Obviously, this is different from the catapult, which I think can throw longer distances. I don't think this can throw into a stockpile across, say, like over here, right? Yeah, that's the maximum distance there. I'm sure we can find some sort of use for the slinger at one point or another, but for now, doesn't seem that useful. Not with that lag time anyway. If it was instant, it would be pretty useful. Or we'd have to set up like multiple slingers on a trail or something like that. While we're waiting for stuff, is this thing done? Sure, my 2 casings are done, right? 1 more casing. We'll just wait for our 1 more casing. Keep clicking our ants. Gotta catch them back up. Got so many points. These 4 are enough as long as you manually handle them with this many ants coming out of it. I think we've got too many princess ants now. Might have to up the timer a little bit again. Change that to like 7 minutes. How about that? So many manual little adjustments to keep doing, but that's fine. We will keep going. No, the name of the game is automation. We just want to chill for a bit before we automate, because we're about to have, I suspect, massive changes to our base very soon. But we're almost done here, and once that's done, we can assign that cocoon. I think they're evening out a little bit more now with the extra iron worker drones I've assigned. We'll keep upping the speed of these lesser gene creation, but then again, later on, you're going to get better genes anyway. All right, this thing is done, so we can now scan for our new island and see where that is. It might be on the other side of the jungle. Oh no, it's right here. Fantastic. Look at that. That is our island. We might be even able to construct a bridge across there. Let's have a look at what resources exist on this polluted island. We've got these. Look at this. 1 billion infinite glass shards. Fantastic. What is this? Mold rubber. That's a new material that we've never seen. We've got plenty of this iron scrap, which is great. We've got more mold rubber here. All this is made out of mold rubber. What else do we have? Just infinite amounts of mold rubber, which is all done via plant cutting. We've got a giant barrel that contains even more mold rubber. I don't know what we need all this for, but it looks like scrap, glass, and mold rubber. So basically we can start sourcing our glass from over here, which is the perfect timing because we're about to run out of glass over on this side. Let's go check out how our ants are doing over here. They've taken all the copper, so we might need to do a new trail for copper. This one ant's been hard at work. Why do I feel like it says there's... Oh, this is only 2 out of 4 ants. There's only 1 ant over here. That's fine. But we've got plenty of glass over here. It's not being dispensed back to our main city fast enough. That's fine. Our main city has plenty of glass blocks and has our LED light bulbs going. 28. But we're not making the other stuff anymore, so we should be okay for light bulbs. We've got way too much concrete still. Our concrete is slowly being drained out of this pile though to make resin. Our gene is about to be created, and then we just need 2 more to unlock the new inventor ant. So we're just going to let the game run for a bit. We'll keep cleaning up stuff around the base. So what was I going to do? I was going to get our iron stockpile sorted. That's more important than copper. So let's get these digger ants sorted out on the iron scrap pile. Maybe just move that out of the way. We'll get rid of some of these trails. And then we'll add a new digger trail over here. Maybe just make it straight. We'll turn that around, make it easier to see. Alright, that's that digger trail in. We've got all our ants digging on this thing now, and they'll drop it on that stockpile. Now we'll set up a second one right next door to it. Just over here. Alright, our second digger trail is in. I just got to assign the ants now. So we've got 2 coming out of here. We need another counter gate coming out of here to go down that way. So we'll send that out. And we'll set that to 4. And we'll get these guys coming out down this way to that new digging trail. Just like that. And we should be all happy. Now we've got our 4 genes. It's time to do a little thump. Get ourselves up to 8 gene points. And then we'll just wait for 2 more. And then we can do another thump. There's no real reason why we just can't thump whenever we need gene points. So if we need 10, we'll just thump when we have the next 2. There's no reason to wait. We'll clean up this thing a little bit. So we'll get rid of this, get them on a new copper trail. Where is new copper? There is no more copper down here for them to mine. That's hilarious. I suppose we can just get rid of this, then they can just focus on glass for now. And then we'll send the copper, we'll get them to mine copper somewhere else. I do need a copper mine. Is all the copper somewhere else? We might need to set this up better. I see copper shards and everything over here. We could just do the ones from here. But then how do I get digger ants over here? That's a little bit annoying. There's no more copper near my glass. I guess we'll just harvest out the scrap around here while we're at it then. And then we'll worry about the rest of the copper. There's our nuptial flight done. So I guess the digger ants can just worry about the glass, and then I'll just get other ants to deal with the copper. You guys just focus on getting me all that glass out of there. And then maybe I can get a drone ant to come out to there. How does my drone work? I've already forgotten. When do they fly off? Alright, so before they fly off, we need to send some drones to haul some copper. So we'll get a counter gate out here. And maybe we'll just send 2 drones. And then we'll get them to walk over here and do some copper mining before they die. They can just die, it's fine. If you want to get some copper going, we'll figure out a more permanent solution to copper next episode. Our gene cocoons are just constantly working. It's pretty good. Any other problems we have around base? I don't think so. I think we're all good. Right, click our inventor ants because we've got way too many inventor ants going. This is going to be a constant manual process until I figure out something. What happened to my trail? Why is it all weird looking now? What happened to my trail? I think I accidentally clicked the trail wrong. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what I did to that trail, but I'll just fix it manually for now. It's not grabbing anything out of here because there's no orbs there anyway. It's fine. Is this thing assigned to something else that's just chewing up all the orbs? I guess it's assigned over here. This side of ants has like no orbs for the queen to eat, but it's fine because our queen is still maintaining this stage of larva, so I don't care where it's getting its orbs from. It's all in balance at the moment. What I'm more concerned about is these 300 inventor ants that I need to get rid of, so I'm just going to focus on that while I wait for my last 2 gene points. But the gene points look fine, everything's balanced, there's no ants here dying. No, I don't see any ant corpses over here, which is a great sign. Alright, we've got our second last gene, we're just waiting for 1 more, it shouldn't take very long. Now, we've been running this system for quite a while, and these sets of 4 colliders, we can see how they work with these things. Like for example, this dispenser over here on this giant flower trail, these 4 colliders can't even keep up with it. Like we need way more colliders, but that's fine. We can increase that operation at some point when we need stage 11. That's one learning. The second learning that I've had is that these ants, I just realized the speed at which these guys are fed isn't really a function of how many platforms we have. They're more a function of how many ants we put on this trail. So for example, if I put 10 ants on this trail, as every ant passes one of these dispensers, it's going to give one thing to one of these inventor ants, right? So if we had 10 ants on the trail, we could actually get these inventor ants fed very quickly. So if we need to zerg out some inventor points really quickly, we can always do that. The other thing I was thinking next episode, we won't do this episode, is now that glass isn't, you know, mostly coming from this island, we can focus this island on its unique resource, being copper. So we might need to move that operation over somewhere else to harvest that copper. And once we have all the copper there, we can ignore this glass operation so we're not bound to this bottom half of the island, and instead shift our glass operation to this side of the world, which will be much easier to deal with because you got thousands and thousands and thousands of glass over here. So that should be all the glass that we need for the near distant future. And that will make this make a lot more sense, because at the moment I can't get miners to the copper nodes, like the big copper nodes, because they're all somewhere over here somewhere, right? And my glass is down here, so I'd have to set up another spawning hatchery somewhere over there. So we'll leave that for next episode. But we're almost done with this episode. We just got to wait for a bunch more workers, drones, and this probably take like another 10 minutes. So when that's ready, we'll do a thump. We'll unlock this. No more surprises. I don't think there's anything I'm missing for this. We just need 2 more gene points and 500 of the inventor points, which we have. Looking at my gene cocoon now, it seems the pod workers are the ones that aren't keeping up, but we can very easily extend this pod worker thing up to 5 and just get an extra ant in that trail. We've got plenty of extra ants, and that should make pod workers slightly faster. If pod workers are our main problem, then that's not a problem at all. In fact, we can just manually send 3 dudes over right now if we wanted to. In fact, we have 3 dudes. We can just send them all up here to saturate those 3, and then we're pretty much there. We just need 3 pod worker dudes. While that's doing that, let's explore some more of the tree. So we've done all this. There's a bunch of stuff over here. A speed gate, a logic trail that looks at the base walking speed of ants to let them enter. Okay, I thought that was going to be a lot cooler than it sounded. Don't think I need anything in here. I don't know what these LED terminals are. It's kind of useless. This doesn't pause my game while I'm doing this, right? Maybe it does pause my game. 20 seconds. I'm gonna stay here for 5 seconds. Yeah, I think it does pause the game. I'm not too sure, but that's fine. We'll just let these ants do the thing. We'll do our nuptial flight, and then we'll end this episode. I know it feels like a lot of manual progress this episode, but yes, well, it was a lot of manual progress this episode, but we did progress, even if it was manual. We did build our polluted island scanner, and we did accumulate another 10 gene points. So pretty massive progress if you ask me. I think the use case for the slinger is probably this sort of process. That way they can all go to a slinger to throw the material, because this is not like continuous production, and a slinger is smaller than a scrap pile. So for example, I could add another 4 colliders now on this side and then do all this complex pathing in the middle over here, and they can all go to a slinger that just throws it into this dispenser. Or even better, all these separate dispensing things, if you put all of these in a row with a bunch of slingers, you could probably get them all to throw it into one common stockpile. So we might have to like rejig some stuff with the slinger, but that's fine. That's all stuff we can do next episode. This episode we are about to finish. This guy is the last guy to walk up there, and yeah, I got way too many other drones. They're all waiting for these pod dudes, so definitely got to get them going. How's our mining going? Mining's going all right. Nothing to worry about. This stockpile is full of screws, which is great. Our gene is being created. Once he walks on the platform, we will do a little thumping. I think our gene creation is a lot faster now in this episode, because I've just been slowly increasing the number of ants on each of these trails that lead up to the gene. Yeah, we've definitely got a lot of every other one. We just need more pod workers, which we've remedied, I think. Once these ones die, now that there's 5 on this trail, we should be all sweet. How's my copper mining doing? My drones have finished mining the copper over here. We might need to get it to get rid of some of this other copper. Let's have a look at if our gene is on there. Let's get that thump going. Let's get our last 2 points. We'll call the other ants, and we'll just use the last of our time to move this thing. Oops, not meant to delete that. Get that in there. Get these guys in here. Delete this trail. Just slowly mine out some of this copper material on the bottom side of the map. And there's like 1 more copper deposit down here we can mine out, and then we should be done with digger ants down here. And there we go. There is our 10 gene points. Let's go over and let's unlock our tier 2 inventor ant. And that should get us our tier 2 points. So make a tier 2 inventor ant, feed it some energy and gain its inventor points, and then that will unlock the rest of our stuff. Let's have a look at what makes a tier 2 inventor ant. We gotta keep doing this. I'm guessing it's 2 tier 1 inventor ants if I had to guess. Is it made in here? Tier 2 inventor ant. Yep, it's made in a combiner. That makes it a little bit easier. Let's go population. Bring in another combiner somewhere here. It doesn't really matter where for now. We'll get this guy to make tier 2 inventors, and it is made from an inventor and a fancy ant. Oh man, alright. It's a fancy ant, which means we can't quite make them yet. To unlock into fancy ants, we need to get through this section first. So that one's free, LED terminal, and then we need to build an LED terminal. Let's track that. And the LED is a versatile component capable of emitting, yeah, we already know that. How do I build this LED terminal? It needs 10 LEDs. Well, do we have 10 LEDs here? We've got 6. All right. Well, we'll have to set this guy up back to making some LEDs. Now I've got 3 ants over here. That's not going to work out very well for me. They're just going to keep dropping stuff onto these platforms. Well, they don't have 3 ants on this platform. Let's put that back to 1. These ants are all doing crazy stuff. I got way too many ants on this trail again. Fantastic. Got to fix that up. Go to your specific trails. I'm just gonna send them off into an elder trail, honestly. There's like too many ants to deal with. We've got to make this trail bigger. We've got a lot of base rearranging to be done, but we'll deal with this next episode. We can pretty much build the LED terminal. We just need a few more things. I might get this to bring it back, I guess. There's like 6 here, and then we can check out the LED terminal on its way back. This is resin. We can change that to, no, we need that to be resin. We can change that to be a stockpile. And then we just check out what this LED terminal is. It looks like it's just a progression item, like a monument milestone. I don't like how in this game there's a lot of arbitrary progression items. It's just like, oh yeah, just make this random thing. Sure. So sure, we'll build our random progression item and LED terminal. Let's see if it does anything. And we're only missing 4 LEDs. So they'll either bring it back from over there or we will craft them on site over here. And there we go. That's the last LED delivered. And our LED terminal is complete. Yep, as I thought, it does absolutely nothing. It's completely decorative. Ants can't even crawl over it. Cool. Continue progressing through until we get iron workers. Yep, that's what I'm trying to do. And that gets us the fancy ant. And of course, it requires a 1 gene point to make. And we can get pod worker 3s, which I'm not really using pod workers, so it doesn't really matter. But yes, it's a sophisticated cast made using the finest ingredient and ranks among the fastest in the colony. It'd be cool to see what this fancy ant can actually do other than becoming inventor ant 2s. Means we should probably get it to do something, right? Instead of just immediately become inventor ant 2s, but that's fine. But we will do all that next episode. You can see we're getting our gene points really quickly now. Our next gene is almost done. So we'll leave it here this episode. We've done plenty. We've progressed through a lot of the technology tree or a couple of the major milestones. We're ready to do Inventor Ant 2s, and we've revealed our next island with a bunch of glass on it, so we're no longer afraid of a glass shortage. Fantastic. All right, we will leave it here this episode. If you don't want to miss out on what's coming next, don't forget to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.